shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, yeah. Hey. Only shooting stars bring the most. It's a cool place. When the day gets colder, you follow up now. Wait till you get older. But the media men beg to differ. Judging by the hole in the satellite picture. The ice we skate is getting pretty thin. The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. The world's on fire. How about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, yeah.
Hello and welcome to our caravan, welcome to our weekly catch-up. This is a live stream from our caravan. It's Sunday 14th of April, mid-April already, and we are meeting to have a catch-up, to chat, to find out what you've been up to thank you for everything you did on our channel this week. We have a reason to celebrate today, and those of you who've been watching us and following us closely for a few months, maybe a few years, some of you, we are super excited today. Hello Vasi and Steve. I didn't expect you today. I thought you would be at the party. And yeah, we have amazing video. The latest video about costs of living in a caravan is doing extremely well, and a few times in the past we've been celebrating the fact that 1,000 people watched our video between Wednesday and Sunday. So we had a few live streams like that when I was super happy and super excited, and I was very grateful to you guys, the viewers and followers of Freedom Seekers, for watching our stuff. So 1,000, 1,000 people watching our video between Wednesday and Sunday. That this has always been our amazing success. And guess what? The video about costs of living in a caravan, and I hope you watched it because it's a really good video. It gathered over 2,000 views from people in the United Kingdom, the USA and Australia. So when we sleep, people in America watch this video, which is super exciting and really proves that this is an important topic, and many of you want to know about the costs of living in a caravan. And those of you who watched the video, you know that unfortunately it's not cheap. We got back 20 minutes ago. Most of the glasses have gone to new homes. Very well, very good. I had a bit of recycling or rehoming going on, and we had some extra glasses which we passed to Vasi, and she passed them to people who made use of them, which is fantastic. I really don't like waste, and you know that we always try to keep clutter at the minimum level. So whenever we have some extra stuff, we just donate it to avoid waste. So I was reading a book. Probably you've heard of Marie Kondo, the guru of tidying and housekeeping and organizing stuff. And she's so careless, almost. She talks all the time about throwing things away, about getting rid of stuff, putting things out, binning stuff. And I don't know if people read her books. I think this woman generates a lot of waste. Anyway, talking about stuff, yeah, we hate waste, love reusing. Talking about stuff, I will tell you a little bit later about the book I've been reading. This is a nice, easy, short read. It's about a hoarder. So this is the other end of the spectrum. This is the opposite of the spectrum, hoarding. Are you a hoarder? So if you are interested in living in a caravan, you would better not be a hoarder, because you will not have space for extra stuff. You will not have space for clutter. And I believe the fact that caravans are so small actually help us with decluttering, because simply you have no choice. However, I've seen cluttered caravans and I've seen cluttered awnings. I've been to an awning once. It was a full-size awning and it was so filled that there was just a path between the stuff from the door of the awning to the door of the caravan. There was a narrow path between the belongings, and trust me, if you want to live in a caravan, this is not a good way to do it, but each to their own. Some people like to be surrounded by their possessions and their belongings. We are not like that. We try to keep it to minimum. So the latest video about costs of living in a caravan was based on the prices of a seasonal pitch here on the site where we live and work. And some of you asked me if it's really 19p per unit of electricity. It is, and I double checked, it is 19p per kilowatt hour. So I calculated that we use about 25 units per day at this time of year. Of course, a bit less in the summer when it finally gets warmer and we don't have to rely on electric heating so much. But at the moment, you know, early spring, it is about 25 units per day, which adds up to about £5 a day. So if you are curious about, you want to know about the costs of living in a caravan and what it's like, you know, what are the figures when we talk about a seasonal pitch, and also daily tariffs on touring pitches. The differences are quite big, and especially in the high season it could be painful. But I'm surprised, well, I'm not surprised that the video is popular, because usually the videos started, you know, the videos titled "How much" are always popular, because people want to know the figures and they are also always interested in money and costs. But if that was the way we were thinking about living in a caravan, or even traveling in a motorhome, or actually starting any adventure in our life, if that was our thinking, if we started with worrying about money and costs of doing stuff, I don't think we would ever leave home and we would ever do anything. I don't think I've ever told you about how our adventure and how our life on wheels started. Maybe some of you know the story, but probably most of you don't. We've never really planned living in a caravan. What we planned and what we wanted to do and what we were dreaming about for many years was van life, and living in a camper van or a motorhome, traveling online, making money as we go, getting part-time jobs wherever we could stop for longer, and so on. That was our idea. And we had some savings for that. We bought a motorhome. We left our home because we finally decided, okay, let's do it. But we were not that worried about money, because we always thought, okay, when money is short, we'll just get jobs. We'll find a way, you know, we will start working. We are both fit, not scared of work, not work shy. We thought, well, there is always some work in the bars, on the farms, and so on. So on the one hand, we didn't worry about money, and we didn't try to even estimate the costs of our van life adventure, and we did it. And when money started to be short, we came back to the UK. But that brought us here because we wanted to carry on with this lifestyle. We wanted to live in our motorhome, and the only way we could do it in a sustainable way for us at that time was to get was getting a campsite job. And that's how we started. And then we wanted to go away in our motorhome. We wanted to go to Spain for winter, and we needed to do an MOT. And this was the only reason we bought our caravan, not this one, our previous caravan. Hello, Angela, welcome. So if you just tuned in, welcome, and thank you for the likes. I think I have two. I think I forgot to ask you, but yeah, please give this live stream a like. It's very much appreciated. The more likes this video has, the more people we will reach, and the more people will be able, you know, to find out about us and find out about what it's like to live in a caravan. So it was quite funny because we only bought a caravan because our motorhome had to go to the garage, needed some work, and that was the only reason we found ourselves living in a caravan here on site while working. And you know, we had a pitch, we had a job, so it was all good. But we didn't plan, we've never planned living in a caravan. Motorhoming sounds so idyllic, but it sure has its downs. Oh yes, absolutely. You know, we liked living in a motorhome. We didn't mind living in a small space, and of course sightseeing and exploring and moving around was lovely, but it was exhausting. It was full on. It was very intense. And we met a family in Spain. They were living in a converted bus with 4 children, I believe. I think all those children were under 10. And the girl we met, you know, the mom, Kim, she said that when you are traveling like that, everything you experience much stronger. Your emotions, your feelings, your senses become very, very sharp. So on a good day, you are super, super happy and excited, and you know, your highs are very, very high. But when you have a problem, or when you feel lonely, or when your van breaks down, your lows are very, very low, because you are out of your comfort zone. So this is the whole really point of traveling and putting yourself in those new situations, new places and new circumstances. But it is a challenge, and we were trying, well, we were vlogging and we were documenting our journey on our previous channel, and we didn't have much success with it, which was really pulling us down, because we were sacrificing the time, you know, instead of enjoying ourselves, making the most of the time we had in those beautiful places we visited. We were filming, I was filming and Marek was editing, and then we were trying to get good internet connection to upload videos, and they were not that popular. It wasn't like an overnight success. We didn't have much money. We didn't have any money from YouTube at that point. Yeah, it's a topic for the whole video. But why we don't do a van life, and why we decided to settle in the UK again and get a job, but we carried on living on wheels, and we have loads of reasons for that as well. So all in all, I think we've done well. Because we didn't have to go back home, we didn't have to go back to our old normal life. And to be honest, I don't think we would ever be able to go back to a normal life and living in a house and, you know, working 9 to 5. Hello Megatron, how are you today? I hope you are very, very well. Haven't heard from you in a long time, so I'm glad you came over. As you can see, we are okay. Diesel is sleeping after his walk. We had a few drier days this week, and we've done a lot of work on the campsite, so we are a bit tired, but it's all good, you know. The sun is shining, the weather is drier, so we got on with pruning, weeding, landscaping a little bit, so we are catching up on work we couldn't do earlier. Yes, so where was I? Van life, yeah, good adventure, but if we ever do it again, if we ever have a chance to do it again, we'll definitely do it in a newer car. We will invest more money in a motorhome which we can rely on, because our motorhome was, I think, 25 years old. Yeah, or maybe even older. We will prepare much more money, because the whole adventure and the whole trip cost much more than we anticipated. But you know, I always say what we experience and what we've seen is ours. So yeah, it's been an adventure. Anyway, so ladies and gents, going back to the topic of the last video, cost of living in a caravan, I think many of you were surprised. Have you watched this video? Have you actually checked how much it costs? And I talked about I talked about the cost of spending your 4 weeks on a seasonal pitch on a campsite, and that's one way to do it, really. Or the other option is moving between the sites every 4 weeks, and sometimes we do get people like that who come here to stay on site, and you can see clearly that they live in a caravan and they keep moving. They come for 2, 3, sometimes 4 weeks, and then they go to another site. And that's, by the way, that's the most expensive way of doing it. I don't know if you watched the video, maybe you know it from the video. So there are 5 of you watching, so I hope everyone said hi. Did you? Thank you very much for coming over, for visiting us in our caravan. We don't have many guests. We don't have guests yet. We will have guests in the high season, because everyone comes camping and caravanning in the summer. The summer is not here yet, so we do not have many, well, our private guests at this time of year. So it's always nice to catch up with you. I hope you've had a good weekend. We've been pretty busy. We've had quite a lot of people staying on site, so we had quite a lot to do, but it's all good. I hope you've had a good weekend. How was your weekend? So above all, we had some dry, sunny weather, which is amazing. And I finally managed to split those 2 plants. They used to grow in the same pot, do you remember? And I will tell you what, this is one of the things I really miss about living in a building. And Vasi, yeah, I'm really sorry, probably you realized by now that I killed the orchid you gave me. I'm sorry, I will try to do better next time. Because this is the pot I kept. But the flowers woke up after winter, and to touch wood, they are growing lovely, and they seem very happy here. And yes, we don't have space for houseplants in a caravan, but we still have them. I think I talked about it last week, because I remember Sue saying that she likes houseplants. By the way, I think Sue and Graham are not with us tonight. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they're barbecuing. It's not barbecue weather yet. The weather right now, the weather in Devon is a bit like winter in Spain, which means chilly mornings and evenings and lovely sunny hours around midday. Well, you killed the orchid. Yeah, I killed the lovely flower you gave me. I kept it for a few months, and then I put it in the shed, because I knew it needed this rest time in a cold and dark place, which I think was okay to a point. We had a barbecue today. Oh, how lovely. We didn't, but hopefully we'll have some soon. This is our favorite way of eating lunch and cooking lunch, on a barbecue, when the sun is out and we can be in our garden. Well, we have so many photos of us having a barbecue on our Instagram that probably by now you know that this is our favorite way of cooking and eating lunch when we are on our lunch break from work. And what a lunch break, huh? It's one of the best perks of this job, that we finish work on a campsite, we come home, we've got a few hours for lunch, which is enough to have a barbecue on a sunny day, relax, chill, basically behave like any other camper on site. The tricky bit is to then, after those few hours of chilling and eating, and relaxing. The tricky bit is to put your work clothes again and go back to work in the afternoon, but we manage. We manage. I think we only had barbecue twice this year, which for us is very, very little, because normally we start the barbecue season in February. And I can see the forecast. The forecast is cold weather. That's not great. Marek is off tomorrow, and the forecast is rain for tomorrow. Cold outside. Yeah, it is cold. I took Diesel for a walk before the live stream, and I put my winter jacket on, and I put a coat on the dog because it became so cold. And that's especially after those few sunny hours. I hope you had a nice weather for your barbecue, Vasi. It is cold, this evening cold seems even colder, but hey ho! The good news is that trees are green. We have loads of new leaves, plenty of new growth in Mill Park, and it really, really begins to be beautiful and the way we love it most. And it's quite interesting that despite the storms and cold weather, you know, spring is happening and new leaves are growing, and it's getting really, really lovely. It's getting really, really nice. So, yeah, nature carries on. Nature carries on. I don't know if you saw our photo on Instagram, what we've been doing with Marek at work. We've done a lot of pruning and weeding. And today we were working on the slope around the bar. So this is quite an interesting project, and we'll probably post something on Mill Park page on Facebook for Mill Park. We took this idea that a weed is a plant in the wrong space, or you know, a weed is a plant wherever you don't want it, that's a weed. So we took this idea and we actually prepared some areas where we grow weeds, especially if they have lovely flowers. So we have a few areas like that in Mill Park where we don't weed. Well, we do, let's say, selective weeding. But if weeds have nice flowers, we just let them be. And the results are amazing. So instead of buying flowers, we plant wild flowers in some areas. So we use garlic, white garlic, forget-me-nots. We've got prime roses which grow everywhere on ditches and hedges here. So sometimes we just dig it out and we plant it in a planter. And we have a lot of aqualegias which are flowering already. This is super early. And the results are absolutely amazing. So we used to fight those weeds, you know, and weed those beds to make them absolutely clear and perfect. But it was so time consuming and so exhausting that one year I just let it be and let it grow, and the results are spectacular. So it's amazing. Yeah, warm weather is definitely coming, so there will be more weeds. Oh, it can't come soon enough, honestly. But you know, good days begin for us. Good days are coming. This was such a horrible winter for us. It was long and exhausting. We had many sleepless nights, many rough nights, so many storms. And for those of you considering, you know, living in a caravan, my advice would be, yeah, in summer months, absolutely go for it. If you think about living in a caravan in the UK, in the summer, spring, summer, you know, early autumn, absolutely fantastic. But if you can, avoid winter in a caravan, because it's just rough. The only word I can think of is rough. So we are a bit tired. I think this last winter really tested us, and it was a challenge. It was really difficult. It was a really difficult time, but good times are coming, because next week we are celebrating with Marek. We are celebrating half of a lifetime together, ladies and gents. Because we met on 22nd of April, which this year is Monday. And on 22nd of April, ladies and gents, me and Marek will be celebrating half of a lifetime together. Exactly half. So when we met many years ago, we were always joking that we'll probably never see this date together, that we will be, you know, separated or divorced by then, like most of our friends, really. But we made it. It looks like we made it. Well, there is still a week. There is still a week. Anything could happen. But it looks like we will make it. We will make it to this half of the lifetime milestone together. And we are going away next weekend, so I'm not sure whether we will be able to do a live stream next Sunday, but we'll definitely post photos, and if we are unable to do a live stream for you, we will post something on our Facebook and Instagram and YouTube community tab. I don't know if you're checking YouTube community tab, we are posting there from time to time, so you will know it. But you know, we will be busy celebrating. And where could we stay? We are... Hi Sue, how are you? Missed you. It's so odd not to have you and Graham on live stream. I'm glad you made it. But I will be finishing soon, but I'm glad you came over. So I was just saying that we are having a celebration next weekend with Marek. We are going away. We are going glamping. Yeah. But not in Mill Park, we are going somewhere else. And we booked ourselves, well, I booked it as a surprise back in February. I booked it as a surprise for Marek. But in the end I told him, because it's so nice to have something to look forward to. And I really wanted to pack him in a car and just take him to an unknown location. But in the end, after a few months of keeping it, you know, quiet, I decided to share the excitement with him. Maybe next time I will keep it quiet. That's alright. How are you? How was your weekend? Have you had a barbecue? Vasi and Steve had a barbecue today. We didn't, but has anyone else got a barbecue? Yes. So we are going away to celebrate our anniversary. So it's really nice because we booked some time off together from work. It will be nice to change the scene, go glamping and stay in a glampod as a customer. That will be nice, instead of cleaning glampods for our customers. So we are super excited, and that will be a lovely weekend. We are looking forward to it. So there may be or there may be not a live stream next week. But before I go, ladies and gents, once again, thank you for watching our videos in general, but especially the last one, which proved to be super popular. It's an absolute record for us. So many views, so many people watched it in just a few days. Over 2,000 people watched the latest video about costs of living in a caravan. And I hope this video didn't put you off. It was really planned as an argument, really, for getting a side job, because that's the most cost-efficient way of doing it. And I see adverts where they require even one person, and the site is okay if a partner also lives on site or stays on site in a caravan. So yeah, that would be my tip. That would be my tip for you. And it's really exciting that just after watching this latest video, 19 people subscribed to the channel. So we gained 19 new viewers from this one video, which is absolutely amazing. I don't think those new faces turned up today, or maybe new subscribers are watching and you are not taking part in the chat. Have we got any first timers? Have we got anyone who's been shy for all life? This is your chance to speak up and to let me know you are with us, because I'm going to say goodbye in a minute. So yeah, thank you very much. I think I will start saying thank you and goodbye once again. It's been a good week for us, and I hope it was a good week for you as well. And definitely spring is coming. Spring is just, hopefully, it's not even around the corner. It is here. It is a bit cold, but the trees are turning green, the bluebells are out, so everything is absolutely fantastic. So I will just finish off with a quick summary of the book I'm reading. And we do not have many books in our caravan. Your video was great, Kat. You were real and told it how it is. Don't be shy, no one can see you. Exactly, but we can read you. So this is a really good book. I really love it because it's about this woman who is 79 years old, and she's a hoarder, and she's transforming her life. She's going on an adventure. She's standing up to her son, who treats her like a child and who bullies her. What a horrible case, you know, being bullied by your own children. Another reason not to have them. But I love this book. I love the idea that a woman who's almost 80 goes on an adventure and starts living again. Good book. It really heartwarming, uplifting book, and the title is The Woman Who Kept Everything. I love it, absolutely love it. So I will spend the evening with the book. I hope you will have a good evening too. I will be filming a new video probably tomorrow. If the weather is good, it will be tomorrow. And the topic of the next video is the costs involved in running a campsite. Hey. After the video where I explained really high fees and really high prices for pitches, especially in the high season, I'm going to explain the other side, which is cost of running a campsite, which I think will be an interesting video as well, because probably most of you don't realize how much expense and how much work and what are the overheads of running the campsite, and we don't even know the whole story, but we know of some costs, which I will share in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for coming today. I would like to read the book. Yay! Okay, you will be the next reader. So thank you, have a good night, and enjoy the spring, enjoy your barbecues. I hope you will tell me all about it next time. Thank you, have a good evening, bye bye.